All right, guys. Now that we've got our canvas cut, we're going to go ahead and protect it with the PVA size glue. It's like rabbit glue, I guess, what they used back in the old days, but it's supposedly better. It's stability, protects more. It does not reabsorb moisture, swell, or shrink like rabbit skin glue. And the stuff is kind of expensive. All this gambling stuff, anything you do to do your own canvas is fairly expensive, but I recommend it because you get what you want. You know what you're going to get. You can shape the texture of your canvas and all that. What I do though is I'll take it and I'll pour some on this. That's probably too much, but I got a couple other ones to do. And I put it on some kind of platform. It really helps if the whole thing is smooth. Kind of got some kibbles there, but get you a brush that hasn't been used for anything else, that's fairly hard bristle kinda, and just dip it in and go to town with it, man. And you may get some bristles in it, you might find some hairs while you're doing it, but scrub it into it, and you'll see it as you go. You can tell what has glue on it and what does not. A little bit of this stuff will go a long way. But it's still, a bottle of it's still pretty expensive, you know. And it really is time consuming to stretch your own canvas. And even though you're going to only be painting on one side of it, you're still going to want to do both. I guess it offers more protection. And this is something, whenever I first started doing it, had to be five years ago at least. I contacted Gambling, I think it was Gambling specifically, and they sent me the instructions, told me how to do it. You know, I asked them questions. And they'll contact you pretty quick through email if you have any questions. They have pretty good customer service, it seems. But you'll want to try to get it as good as you can. And since it's hot out here today, you should be able to flip over and get the other side pretty quickly. I'll let it dry to the touch, because you got to think, if it dries on this shirt or on your table, you're going to be pulling it off, and that's not going to be good. And as you can see, this stuff will, it's liquidy, so it is going to throw everywhere. If you want to dress up nice, probably don't want to be doing this on that day that you're dressing up nice. And even though some of these spots are going to be covered by stretcher bars, I still do it this way so they can get it anyway. Like I said in the other part, I'm kind of anal about it. I like everything to be as perfect as possible, even though that almost never happens. But again, it takes me 3 or 4 days probably to make a canvas and get it really ready to go, because you have to put 2 layers on this. I mean, you put one on the front here, one on the back, if you get it good enough. If you don't, you might have to put 2. You'll be able to see it though. You'll be able to see the texture and stuff and what you need to get. I don't know if you can see it on the video, but you can actually see what is covered in this and what is not covered in this. You're going to get those little stragglers when you cut them. It won't matter to be on the back side anyway. And this does make it harder to stretch when you prime it first, because it makes the canvas kind of taut, stiff in a way. But you get more of it. I mean, you know what you're getting instead of just trying to stick the brush between the canvas and the stretcher bar. That way, you know, you really don't know if you're getting it all or not. And I mean, this is for archival purposes anyway. We're probably lucky to live 30 more years. You'll probably never know if this stuff even helps, but if you want your works to last, you got to use it. And we're almost done with this one. Still a few more finishing touches on here. It's really hard to go wrong with this stuff though, because it really doesn't goop up or anything. I mean, that's it. As you can see, it kind of gives it a white texture. It's probably wet right now, but when it dries, the canvas will become kind of stiffer. And then you'll flip it over, you'll do the other side. See, it's still a little wet right now. So we'll wait and come back and do that. I'm not going to show that in the video. You just flip it over, do it, let it dry, give it a couple days, or give it at least 24 hours, and go to your ground. And that's where we'll catch you next time.